Welcome back to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. Hey, we have an old friend in studio. It's Bernie Cobb from the Cobb Team Remax Group. Bernie, I just love it when I get to drive around Naperville and I see the Cobb Team signs. I feel like I know you. I feel like you're helping Naperville and you're helping people there. Tell me a little bit about the Cobb Team and what you do.
Thanks. The Cobb Team, we've been, my family started in 1973, and we've been selling homes since then. So we help people with their residential real estate, buying or selling, renting. Some people own rental properties. Some people want to find a rental. Some people want to sell their house or buy a house. So any of that, we help them.
And you've since 1973, so you bring a lot to the team or the real estate market by having all that experience. Tell me, why do you think that's important? Why is it important to be experienced?
Experience. I want to back up. My parents started in 73. I was born in 67.
Right,
so
yeah. No, I'm not trying to put you on the team too early.
Right.
So, yeah.
The experience is important for a lot of reasons. One is trustworthiness. One is, or another is, people want to know, hey, how are you going to get my home sold? What are you going to do? More importantly, everybody can, not everybody, but a lot of realtors can get the home on the market, but I want the person with the most experience that knows how to get me the best price, the best buyer for my home. Or if it's a buyer, how do I find the best house for me? What's your experience? People want somebody that knows what they're doing, lives in the community, and just knows the little integral parts of it. And growing up in the business, that was another step of the experience. Sure. Because
you have to watch mom and dad.
Right. So back then, everybody's home number was on the business card, so we'd sit down, we'd have to answer the phone practice. Cobb residents, may I help you? Is Bernie or Carol there? No, may I take a message? They'd come home and all the messages were lined up. But we'd hear them negotiate, we'd hear all the things worked. And so, when Chris and myself got into the business, then we had a lot of experience already knowing how to help people, just living it and working with my parents, but then taking it a step further with marketing and technology.
Technology. Lots of change since your mom and dad. Now we have, I'm sure mom and dad used to drive clients around to see the homes, right? And now we go on the internet and we come in and say, hey, Bernie, I saw these 3 homes. I want to see these.
That's funny, yeah. That was exactly what you said. Everybody used to, the books came out every 2 weeks, or when the new listings came out, I remember going to my dad's the teletype, and now I tell sellers, listen, you can do an open house if you want, but it's not effective. And I'll show them the iPad or show them my, iPhone. These are your 2 open houses, especially that 39 and younger demographic. Everything they see, so that's the first showing. So with the technology, you want somebody that, not just putting your home up on the internet, but all these pictures, maybe I'm a type A, but I edit all the pictures, I fine tune them, because I want to make sure, that first showing, that's going to be a big item for that seller. Hey, my home gets shown first or more, and all that for the seller means either their home's selling quicker, which means more money, and at the end of the day, that's what most all the sellers want, the top dollar. Right.
Well, and the market certainly has changed in the last couple of years. Where I think it's doing a little bit better. I'm not the expert, though. I just play one on TV. That's why I have you here. But
sure.
But I think it's improved. Tell me how it's improving. But it's a really different market.
This is unprecedented. Okay. This market, it started to decline when the Lehman collapsed, actually in 08, September, and the real estate market followed suit. And the recovery, I'd say, started in middle of 2012. So it was going on for 4-ish years. Yeah. And speaking of Naperville, there's still parts of the country that are hurting, but other parts, are recovering, and especially Naperville is recovered. So the market's changed in the essence that it's unprecedented that homes ever went down in value to the extent they did, or even more than 6 months or a year. I mean, these were 4 years-ish. So this recovery might last a lot longer as well, because of the amount of time it was going, every year is going down a little bit more, and everybody thought, well, it can't go down any lower, and then it did. And then after that, it can't go down any lower. But now it's recovering, and well, it can't get much stronger. Well, it is getting stronger. And then,
do you think home values are back to what they were, or do you think we're still below value a little bit?
Well, that
It's probably a hard question to answer. So
no, that's okay. That depends on when they bought it. But I would say 80-ish% of the values, maybe even 90, or at least what they had before the market recovered. But some, depending on if they bought in 04 to 06, that was the strongest point of the market before things started to turn. So some people bought in that window, and they're still, maybe
a little off.
a little upside down still on the purchase price, of what they bought it for versus what they could sell it for today. But very few.
Very few, and that's good news. I mean, it was a hard recovery, but it's pretty speedy as far as initial bump into it. So.
The recovery. Now what we're experiencing is inventory just diminishing by the minute. So when you see on reports existing home sales have declined, that's not because homes aren't selling. It's because less people are selling their house. And a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm staying put, or I don't need to, or they maybe in the economy, they lost their job, now they're working again, but they're not moving. So I'm going to just stay put. But there's buyers out there, new buyers surfacing that, were in that 20-ish demographic, or they were renting because they maybe had to sell their home as a short sale. Now they're recovered. Now they can buy again because their credit's repaired. Okay, I'm ready to buy. Hey, here's the inventory. It's diminishing. Okay, well, let's put an offer in, full price. Okay, well, it's sold for a little bit over list. The next one, this one's not as nice that we looked at, and it's higher price. I don't want to buy that one. Well, it sells triple offer. So their buyers are realizing, hey, this market's recovering a lot quicker than I thought it was, and sellers are happy.
Right, it's more of a seller market right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bernie, you seem to really love your job. Tell me why. What's the best part of the job for you?
Well, a few different reasons. One, I love working with different people. I'm a good people person, but I'm a good business person. But I like this. Real estate it's not structured because there's so many fires that you can't control. Well, you can fix, but you can't control. The buyer buys the house, they pay full price. The appraiser says, hey, I looked at all these comps and I don't know that it's there. So fixing that. Why do you like the job? Because I like getting the goal accomplished. I like helping the clients. I like seeing the seller happy. I had a seller, we were negotiating, and he gave me a number. He's like, Bernie, this is what I want. We were negotiating. He's like, anything over that, I will split the profit with you. And without using his name, I said, I don't want to split the profit. I said, I want you to get, I appreciate, and I know, because he's the CEO of his company, he thinks that's going to make me push harder. I said, you don't need to do that. I will get you, whatever we get, that's all yours. I don't need extra money to push me or motivate me, because what drives me is seeing you happy and seeing you get all that done. I don't even see my paychecks. My wife does all our bookkeeping. She takes care of all the money. I don't see any of that. So I don't care about that end of it. I really just care about, they hired me. That makes me feel good because when people interview different people, they say, I went with you because of your experience, your name recognition, and I trust you. And I don't know if I could put my finger on it, but I trust you. And that's what drives people. And that's what makes me even work harder. So when they put their trust in you, you're like, hey, thanks. Let me show you that you justified your confidence in me.
Right. Well, and I can tell you, sitting across from you, Bernie, you're a really nice guy. So you're a good guy. So thanks for stopping by, sharing a little bit about the Cobb team. It's nice to see you again, what the market's doing, and we're going to be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.